it's Haylie Pomeroy here, your nutritionist. It's that time again. It's time to put a little bit of nutrition in the kitchen. Today we're gonna make very easy berry cheesecake. Let's get started with the crust. It's so simple, and this is a crust that you can use for apples and peaches and make all kinds of delicious desserts. You're gonna use a half a cup of almonds. Remember, almonds are really good for fiber, really good for cholesterol, to keep healthy bowels, really good for the joints as well. Then you're gonna use a half a cup of walnuts. Walnuts are brain food, excellent for mood, energy, elevation. Then you're gonna do 1 cup of prunes, or you can do a cup of black cherries. If you're working on hormones, black cherries are the good choice. And if you're working on gut and digestion, prunes do the trick. I know, what if you're working on both hormones and gut? Do a half a cup of each of them. You're gonna blend this, and I'm gonna show you what an amazing crust this makes. I like to blend this so it's kind of like a chunky nut butter consistency. Remember guys, when you and I are making food together, we're always using raw nuts and seeds. So you're gonna take this mixture, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And you're gonna scoop some out. And in this recipe, you can make 8 of these little dishes, right? You can make a larger dish if you want, and it just would serve like 2 people. Let me show you this. That's a bigger one. But right now I'm gonna make a smaller dish. So it's gonna be kind of like a nut butter paste, and you're gonna apply it. Let's get a little bit more to the bottom of your dish and like about halfway up the sides. It does not matter if it looks messy. Remember, we're gonna put the inside of the cheesecake in there, and it's going to taste delicious. If you thought the crust was easy, this is just as easy. You're gonna start with some cashews. These are raw, they're soaked overnight. This is gonna make it super creamy, but remember guys, cashews are phenomenal for your hormones. Really, really good if you're having hot flashes or weight loss resistance based on hormones. Then you're gonna add blackberries and blueberries. We're gonna put it right in here, a cup of each. Easy peasy. Then you're gonna do a full cup of what we call coconut solids. So this comes from canned whole coconut. You put it in the fridge, overnight is what I did, and then you just take the solids. Leave the rest of your coconut milk for a great smoothie tomorrow morning. You're gonna add that full cup of solids in there. Let's see, get in there. Remember, coconut is good for cholesterol. It's good for inflammation. It's a great brain food. The studies on this MCT just keep coming out, and they're more and more encouraging on the food as medicine of this power nutrient. There we go. Well, this is gonna be the hardest part of making this whole cheesecake. Then you're gonna do the zest of a whole lemon. I'm gonna show you what that is. Basically, you're gonna grate the lemon peel until it's really light in color, like that. Do you see the color difference? I did the zest of a whole lemon and the juice of a whole lemon, and you're gonna put that right in there. Then you are gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Make sure that it's a Celtic or a sea salt. All the minerals are in there. When we use regular table salt, we just get sodium chloride, and that can cause edema, can disrupt blood pressure, things of that nature. Okay, we're gonna blend this all up, and then we're gonna fill our first cheesecake. This is one time when I tell you to blend it for a little bit longer. It depends on what kind of a unit you're using, whether it's a food processor or not. But to give it that dairy feeling, even though there's no dairy in it at all, you want a nice creamy consistency. And then you're literally just gonna fill your dishes. Now, remember, we're gonna put this in the freezer for about 6 hours or overnight. These actually freeze really, really well, guys. If you're making, this batch makes 8. And if you're making all 8, but you're not serving 8, you can always freeze these for later. I like to leave a little bit of space because we'll drizzle, when you're ready to serve, that hot berry sauce on top. Here we go, guys. Isn't this starting to look incredible? Okay, guys, this is the final step. We're gonna make the topping. It's really easy. You're gonna take a cup of strawberries, a half a cup of cranberries, and a cup of raspberries, and you're gonna dump them into your bowl. There you go. Then you're gonna take a whole orange. Now, the juice of the orange is really gonna sweeten this up. Some people add a little bit of stevia or xylitol if you'd like, but really when you cook this all together, it gets pretty sweet. Do not forget to add the whole orange, and do not just do orange juice. Remember, orange juice slows the metabolism. It's too quick of a rate, it creates too quick of a rate of burn. You're gonna do what we call kind of muddling this, basically smushing this all together. You're going to add this over a low heat, so you're gonna simmer to cook down all of those juices. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. You're gonna add a little bit of arrowroot. Arrowroot helps thicken it a little bit, but it also gives that glaze effect. It's a very nice fiber and a very nice prebiotic too, so there's some good health benefits in everything they do in the kitchen. All right, guys, you're gonna cook this. I usually simmer it for 3 to 4 minutes. Let me show you what it's gonna look like. So remember, you have your crust, you've put your filling in that you've frozen overnight, and now this is the finished product.